The allure of sugar-free products has been hard to resist for many people trying to make healthier choices. But the reality behind these guilt-free options is becoming increasingly concerning. Despite being marketed as safe and even beneficial, artificial sweeteners like erythritol are now under intense scrutiny, and the findings are troubling. Recent research presented at the 2025 American Physiology Summit revealed that erythritol may not only be less benign than once thought, but could actually be actively harmful, setting off dangerous biological changes that heighten the risk of major cardiovascular events like heart attacks and strokes. Researchers found that exposing cerebral microvascular endothelial cells, cells lining the brain's tiniest blood vessels, to amounts of erythritol found in just one serving of a drink caused a spike in oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a red flag in medical science. It damages cells, accelerates aging, and lays the groundwork for diseases like cancer and heart disease. Even more alarmingly, these cells produced less nitric oxide after erythritol exposure. Nitric oxide is essential for maintaining flexible, healthy blood vessels. Without enough of it, vessels can stiffen, blood flow can be restricted, and the risk of catastrophic cardiovascular events climbs dramatically. This is especially worrying because erythritol is everywhere. Found in sugar-free snacks, energy drinks, protein bars, diet ice creams, and even in seemingly unrelated products like toothpaste and mouthwash, erythritol has crept into many corners of the modern diet. What was once considered a safer sugar alternative now appears to pose real, tangible risks to both brain and heart health. Lead study author Auburn Berry and vascular surgeon Dr. Christopher E. point out that oxidative stress and impaired nitric oxide production directly damage vascular health, a connection that is particularly alarming given how widely erythritol is consumed, often without consumers even realizing it. The situation becomes even graver when considering erythritol's potential disruption of brain cell energy production. Dr. E explains that erythritol seems to overwhelm cells' antioxidant defenses, leading to a buildup of harmful reactive oxygen species. This biochemical imbalance is not a minor concern. It can directly contribute to the development of heart disease, stroke, and even neurodegenerative conditions if left unchecked. And while researchers agree that more studies are needed to fully understand the pathways through which erythritol exerts these effects, the emerging pattern is deeply unsettling. Despite being classified as generally recognized as safe by the FDA, the mounting evidence suggests that regular consumption of erythritol could have cumulative harmful effects. Registered dietitian Scott Keatley strongly advises caution, especially for individuals already at risk for cardiovascular disease. His message is clear: moderation isn't just advisable, it's necessary. The idea that one can freely consume large quantities of sugar-free products without consequence is being dismantled study by study, and the consequences of ignoring these warnings could be dire. Cardiologist Dr. Chung-Han Chun echoes this sentiment, warning that until we better understand erythritol's full impact on human health, it's prudent to limit exposure wherever possible. It's becoming harder to justify the casual consumption of a sweetener that could interfere so profoundly with vascular and brain health. It is no longer just a question of empty calories or minor gastrointestinal discomfort. We're talking about mechanisms that could trigger life-altering and potentially fatal events. It's especially disheartening to recognize that many people seeking to make better health choices by switching to sugar-free products may unknowingly be increasing their risk of serious diseases. What seemed like a minor swap, replacing sugar with an artificial substitute, may actually be an invisible gamble with long-term health consequences. With so many products laced with erythritol and so few consumers fully aware of its presence, the situation carries a troubling sense of hidden danger. Ultimately, while the occasional treat containing erythritol may not spell immediate disaster, these findings demand a serious reassessment of how liberally we allow these artificial sweeteners into our diets. Sugar-free does not automatically mean safe, and in some cases, it could be quite the opposite. The best path forward, until much more is known, is clear: Minimize exposure to erythritol and other artificial sweeteners. Scrutinize product labels carefully and prioritize natural, minimally processed foods that nourish without hidden risks. Choosing to return to simpler, less manufactured foods may not seem as trendy, but it could be the most critical investment you make in your long-term health and vitality.